I just told my parents I'm not coming to Thanksgiving dinner. I said to my dad, I do not have the emotional energy to be around people who are not involved with their own healing, who are not authentic, who are fake, who have these different ideologies. I don't have the emotional availability to meet that this year, so I'm out. I can't come.
Hey, we actually have some data concerning people who were cutting off their family because they voted for Trump. And the results are a lot more prodigious than you might expect. This comes from USA Today and Harris. We see that 1 in 2 adults are presently estranged from a close relative. 2 in 5 attribute this to political difference. And 1 in 7 say that this happened in the last month. Now, here's the demographic breakdown. And as you can see, the yes column is up. The no column is here on the question of whether you have been estranged by an immediate family member. Women, slightly more for 36%, and 40% is the top rate for 18 through 54. You know, the Gen Xers who voted for Trump? Yeah. They have entered the find out phase concerning the question of whether they will even be able to have a relationship with their family. And they're being cut off everywhere, including social media.
Every day we keep hearing of people who cut off from their family members just because they voted for TP. And trust me, some of them are still in the denial phase, and some of them will never find out. Just the same way everybody keeps saying, oh, they're going to enter the find out phase someday. The question is, when is that day? Because some of them will never accept the fact that, oh, we did something, or we are finding out that, oh, what we did was a wrong thing. Okay, hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video,
I was recently in the process of possibly donating one of my organs to someone who is MAGA. And as y'all know, I'm progressive, someone that I know, love, and care about, but haven't spoken to in many years, is in desperate need of an organ. They are indeed MAGA. Many years ago, me and this individual, we did have an argument on social media about their support for MAGA, and I was blocked then, and many years later, I am still blocked. In early October, this individual began asking for donors, and the same day I heard is the same day that I filled out the application. After you fill out the application, you are then paired with a transplant nurse coordinator who kind of takes you through a process of elimination to see if you are a match. In the beginning of this process, I was very gung-ho about it. Like, my attitude was like, you need an organ, I got an organ, so I got you. But the more that I talked to the nurse and the more information that they were emailing me, it got very real. I started to realize that your body, mentally and physically, it takes a toll going through this living donor process. I started to be concerned about my finances. I started to worry about my recovery and hoping that it would go as planned. I started to worry about if there were complications, maybe long-term complications. Would insurance would it cover it? Even though I had second thoughts about the process, I was still leaning toward doing it. Now keep in mind, the recipient, I don't think that they ever knew that I was going through the process at all. I never spoke to them throughout this process. My plan was to drop my organ and just keep it moving. So now we come to the part of the process where I need to schedule my physicals, and this is where they determine whether or not I am a match. And it is 2 days worth of physicals where I will meet with surgeons. I'll do blood work, x-rays, EKG, MRI, CT scans. It's a lot. It's intense. And this is around the same time that Donald Trump wins this election. And so now I really start to second guess this whole process and whether I want to do it. With the way that Trump has already removed access to women's health care, with the way that in his previous term, his administration tried to repeal the ACA over 40 times, and he has promised to continue trying to dismantle the ACA in his current term. I do not know what insurance coverage will look like under a second Donald Trump term, and I am not at all confident that if I do go through this process and I, for whatever reason, experience complication, that I will get the medical treatment that I need and that it will be covered under insurance. As a result of that Donald Trump win, my concerns for my finances, for my health, my recovery, and my insurance skyrocketed. So as a result of that, on November 10th, I decided to remove myself from the living donor process. I just felt like it would be very dangerous for me to undergo any medical procedures at a time when our medical services are being taken away from us and our insurance is being dismantled by the incoming MAGA administration. This whole situation is extremely unfortunate, and I do love and care about the person needing the organ, and I really hope that they find a donor. The best of luck to them.
With all that's been going on and the news of Obamacare not going to work or being changed if TP comes into power, I'm sure that a lot of people are looking for better alternatives and how to, utilize the little funds that they have to be able to afford whatever insurance that will come up. And some persons are, because of that, not doing for their family members or their friends just for some of the things they would have done normally. Okay. And to crown it all, this person happened to be a MAGA. You guys do not agree in the same phase. It's okay not to agree, but once it has to do with you not accepting to do something right, something that can also help the other person, now it becomes a problem. And I feel this is one of the reasons why people are taking some of the decisions they're taking towards their family members, and just being careful, around some persons, and making sure that they are also safe around these people or whatever decision they choose to make. Because if somebody cannot protect your right, then how are you sure that when you donate your organs to them that they will value it?
I'll say that my most successful pushback has come in the form of questions. In deprogramming from the cult that I left, like, the questions helped the most. And I did not engage with them at the time that they were asked, and I was very stubborn and I doubled down at the time, but the questions stayed with me. Why is it that you think that? Why do you feel comfortable telling me that? Did you know that when you talk about not caring about someone's pain, did you know that that pushes me away? That I feel less close to you? Did you know that? So I think it's really powerful to give someone a question mark. Self-advocacy and advocacy for people who aren't in the room. I wouldn't say go in expecting to change anyone's minds, but rather to like yourself at the end of the day, saying, I didn't just tolerate comments that weren't cool.
When people cut off from you for voting for a particular person, it is not because they don't like you or they don't care about you, but because they are, trying to protect their mental health, try to protect their mind and everything. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people are kind of sensitizing the people around them, just because they want to feel safe around the people that they feel they have presently in their life, and not the people who really do not care about them. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Okay, let's have that conversation. I'll be here to read from you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of FAFO. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.